We're going to play it during the meditation when we do the meditation as well, Gunjan. So that's good news. Lovely.
We will be sharing the link in the chat box in case anyone wants to check it out. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone feeling today? Welcome to today's session on Soul Sensei. We are so happy to have you all here with us. For anyone who's new here to Soul Sensei is a space built for healing, growth, and real connection. We host live sessions and guided practices to help you all reconnect with yourself through energy work, meditation, and spiritual exploration, all with some truly amazing guides and teachers. Before we begin the session today, I would request each one of you present here to kindly switch on your cameras for this session. Switching on your cameras creates a great sense of community, and it really helps our leaders connect with you all better. And it's always really nice to have some faces on the screen. So if we can see some faces, that would be really nice. Thanks to all who've already switched on their cameras. It's wonderful to see you. I am Avina. I'm from Team Soul Sensei, and I will be here throughout the session. In case you need anything, you can prompt it right into the chat box. For the flow of the session, we will start with a short introduction, followed by the guided practice by our expert, and then towards the end, the floor can be open for some reflections and questions. For Without any further ado, I also want to let you all know about the 21 day challenge, meditation challenge bundle designed to tune your days into a lifelong habit of stillness and clarity, for which it helps you navigate your day. You can avail Arjun's 21 day meditation challenge bundle which is designed to sort of help you sort of get the lifelong stillness and clarity in you. You will see all about it. You will see a clickable banner towards the end, and even now in the chat box, do check it out. I'll tell you all about it towards the end, and so will Arjun. Without any further ado, I want to welcome Arjun Aiyar, a renowned mentor, life coach, and spiritual teacher who has been guiding personal transformation for over 17 years based in Dubai. He specializes in helping professionals become conscious capitalists by integrating psychology, neuroscience, and energy healing into his powerful coaching. It's wonderful and an honor to have you here, Arjun. Over to you. Wishing everyone a very calm and a soulful session ahead.
Awesome. Thank you for that warm and wonderful introduction, Avina. Great to see you guys here today. Is anybody here from outside of India? If you are, type the city that you're from. If you're not, keep your silence. Okay, so nobody, it would seem. Okay, good. The reason I ask that is because majority of people who come for the session are from India. And since I live in the city of Dubai, I want to tell you that majority of what the Indian media is saying about what's happening here is either untrue or grossly exaggerated. I've lived in this fair city. Oh, we have someone from London. Okay, there you go. Well, the international media isn't doing us all that much justice, Ritika. I don't know what the stories are that's going on out there, but I want to share one episode from an area in Dubai called JVC, Jumeirah Village Circle, where I happen to have three friends, and I spoke to two of my friends. So you see the drones are flying overhead from Iran, and the Air Force is intercepting the drones, and the drones are being blown up in the air. So some parts of the city, you get to hear these explosions. So this one friend of mine decided that this was not the great. Hey, I just see my friend Rachna there. Hey, Rachna. You broke my rhythm, damn it. A wonderful soul, a fabulous therapist based in Mumbai, Dr. Rachna Shah, incredible human who I've had a chance to learn from. So this one friend, I'm talking about two friends, same area, half a kilometer apart, decided to pack up and just drive out of the city, and drove kind of like 200 kilometers away and checked into a hotel out there. This other friend of mine who lives half a kilometer away, spoke to her, and she says, no, everything is okay. We're actually very safe So it's so interesting to me as a student of human psychology and also somebody who's deeply interested in the idea of quantum mechanics and defining now not just the universe, but the multiverse, how two people can live in the same neighborhood and coexist in completely different realities, even though what we see is the same physical experience, but their inner experience actually affects their environment affects their environment. And that is fascinating to me time and again when I notice things like that playing out. Let me start by telling you something that you already know. And that is that you, me, we today live in a time of compressed, concentrated change. And this is the nature of our reality at this point in time. This is the experience that your soul and my soul has chosen to go through and grow through. This is an era of accelerated transformation. And for better or for worse, you and me and we have decided to incarnate onto this earthly realm at this point in time. And we can choose to define all of this as destruction or dynamism. That is our choice. We choose how to interpret what we see. The volatility that you notice outside need not be an obstacle. It can actually be one of the greatest opportunities for spiritual change. So, this is a great time. And I want to start with this, and I'd like you to say it out loud. So I'm going to say three sets of words, and just wherever you are with your mics off, no problem, just say it. So the first thing I want to say is I would like you to say is this is. Just say the words this is, right? That's the first set. The second set, let's use. Let's use. That's the second set. Third set, we know. We know. All right, good, very good. So the first set is, let's say the first set out loud. This is. Number two, let's use. And number three, we know. All right, so let's now unpack each of these three. This is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. This is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo, which I actually give more emphasis and attention to than the full moon, but let's just say this is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. Tomorrow, we're having a deeper meditation where we're going to talk about money, abundance, conscious capitalism, participating in the conscious economy, which you and me can actually do right now. Our theme for tomorrow's session is virtue-based wealth creation, blending energy, spirituality, along with abundance and materiality. And we're gonna expand on that idea tomorrow and utilizing the archetype of Virgo. But that's not today. Today, our theme is something else. So this is the total lunar eclipse. The second set said, let's use. So today, let's use the power of the number three. Let's use the archetype of the Empress tarot card. And let's use the essence of Mercury being in retrograde. All right? All these three things are going to play into every single thing that we do in today's dialogue, conversation, meditation, as well as tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is going to be more into the whole money piece, but today let's use the power of the number three. Let's use the archetype of the Empress Tarot card, which is card number three, by the way, major arcana number three. And let's use the essence of Mercury being in retrograde. So this is the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. Let's use the number three, Empress, and Mercury retrograde. And the third set of words I said is we know. You know, you and me, we know that today is Holi in India. Is that right? Have I got it right or have I got it wrong? Give me a thumbs up if yes, thank you. Today is Holi in India, which in and of itself has this whole energy of the culmination of evil, the alchemization of darkness into light, the metabolizing of that which is no longer required into virtue, into power. And that's playing out anyways with those of us who are in India or from India, which is powerful. So total lunar eclipse in Virgo, number three, Empress, Mercury being in retrograde, and the festival of Holi. Let's deep dive now into the power of the number three. Our meditation as we get towards the close of the session. I know our scheduled time is 45 minutes, but I am infamous for going overtime. The reason I go overtime is because I allow space for Q&A. All right. So I will finish on schedule, allowing you to leave if you choose to leave. But I will choose to remain for as long as you have inquiries for me about anything connected to what we're doing here or anything that's coming up for you. And that's always been the way I show up with the work that I do. All right. So the power of three in materiality and spirituality. Let's discuss this, but I'm going to do like a rapid fire right now. All right. And let's see whose fingers can move fast. I'm going to say the first word, and then I'm going to say the second word. And let's see who can fill in the blanks with word number three the fastest. And maybe more than one of you will speak out loud, which is also perfectly okay. All right. So are you ready? Okay, this is like a rapid fire round. I'm going to say word number one, and then I'm going to pause and say word number two. As soon as you hear word one and two, I'd like your brain to automatically now derive the third word. The first few are easy, and then after that, let's see how you catch on. So here we go. All right, let's get started. Past, present. Are they allowed to unmute? Veena, they are, right? Come on, this was an easy one. Past, present, fill in the blanks. Yeah, okay.
We have a lot of replies coming into the chat box.
Oh, you guys are putting it on the chat. Okay, all right. Great, excellent. I'm very auditory, so I just don't even look at what's happening on the chat. So, okay, great. So a lot of folks have said, I'm sure they've said the right word. Oh, yeah, look at that. The chat is on fire. This is amazing. All right, great. So that was easy. Now, here's another easy one, okay? Breakfast, lunch. Come on, somebody unmute and say it. Okay, you guys prefer to type, so that's okay, but who knows? All right, let's go a little faster. Gold, silver. Good. You got that, right? Okay. Next one. Beginning, middle. Very good. I'm lip reading. Lena, you said it out loud and I was just lip reading you. Okay, here's the next one. Small, medium. There you go. Absolutely. Great. Okay, lights, camera. There you go. Excellent. Okay, high, medium, low. Very good. Me, myself, and me, myself, and I. Very good. Okay, listen to this. Birth, life. Wow. I'm not able to scroll down fast enough. So birth, life, Death. Very good. Excellent. Okay, next one. Inhale, hold, exhale. Very good. Okay. Now you know this. Friends, Romans, countrymen. Yeah, remember Julius Caesar. Okay. Okay, here's another one. Mind, body, soul, or spirit. Very good. What was this? What was the reason I did all of this stuff right now? For what purpose did I engage you in this rapid fire? Yeah, but there's got to be a purpose, not only to engage, to elucidate, to highlight the power of three. And the power of three is ubiquitous across our culture. It exists in almost every realm, in our material realm and also in our spiritual realm, which I will highlight momentarily. So if you come from a marketing or a business background, you know this. Vision, mission, and values. Okay, good. If you come from an accounting background, revenue, cost, profit. Profit or loss is a derivative of revenue and cost, isn't that right? Okay. A friend of mine also into marketing and branding, she taught me this. She says, I want us to get our customer, or we must get our customer to know you, to like you, and to trust you. Three. In leadership, think, decide, and act. All right. Now, in life in general, if you have only one option, then that's called a compulsion. If there's only one possibility, one thing that you can do, that's called a compulsion. If you have two, that's a dilemma. But the moment you have three, now that's the beginning of choice. All choice starts with the third option. And when I'm coaching people, life coaching, leadership coaching, spiritual coaching, and they're looking at a scenario in their life and they say, should I rent a house or should I buy a house? Should I stay married or should I get divorced? Should I get married or should I stay single? Should I travel to Europe or should I travel to the US? You will notice that many of our decision frames show up as binaries, where we essentially get our brain entangled around two options for the most part. And in those situations, I encourage people to introduce a third alternative that they haven't yet considered. So when you introduce a third option, you break the binary. When you break the binary, the dyad becomes a triad, and there is great power in the number three. And now let's go into some more of that power. You know a game, right? This is a game called rock, paper, and come on, rock, paper, and show me. You can show it with your body language. Scissors, isn't that right? Very good. Excellent. Red, yellow, and red, amber, and red, amber, and green. Very good. Excellent. Yeah. For the people,
By the people.
of the people, by the people. Very good. I came, I saw, I conquered.
Conquered.
Yeah. If you're a Facebook person, yes, no, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Isn't that right? Yeah, absolutely. In the legal system, in politics, executive, legislature, judiciary. So the company Nike, let's go to mainstream business. Just do it. McDonald's, I'm loving it. KFC, finger licking good. Toyota, let's go places. Adidas, impossible is nothing. And Adidas has got 3 stripes. Every time the new Apple iPhone, the new version of the Apple iPhone is introduced, they promote speed, camera quality, and battery life. Notice this next time. Okay. Skincare, the entire skincare industry, hydration, radiance, and protection. Benefits in business. If you're making a business presentation, you showcase how do we save time, how do we make money, and how do we enhance our reputation. Harvard University says time, money, reputation. Frame your benefits as these 3. If you're into design, in visual design for a logo, they essentially encourage you to use 3 colors in a logo because that makes it balanced, memorable, and gives a strong visual identity. Very interesting. You will notice how pervasive the number 3 is. Cognitively, our brain receives it and remembers it. Now let's go into spirituality. You know this, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Spirit.
In Shia Islam, Allah, Muhammad, Ali. In Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. The 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. The 3 primary nadis, Ida, Pingla, Sushumna. The symbol of Om, A, U, M. Buddhism, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Teacher, the teaching, and the community. In Mahayana Buddhism, faith, study, practice. In Judaism, Nashama, Nefesh, and Ruach. In the science of Kabbalah, Keter, Chokhmah, and Bina. In Freemasonry, which is another branch of spirituality, strength, beauty, and wisdom. And in mainstream spirituality, intention, attention, and integration. The power of 3, it's everywhere. And once we start utilizing this power, we're going to do that in today's meditation. You're going to find access to an infinitude of opportunities. Tomorrow's meditation will be about expanding our capacity to receive more abundance, more health, more wisdom, more clarity, more certainty, more money, more harmony within relationships. We're going to do that tomorrow. Today, in a sense, we kind of establish the foundation for that using the power of 3. Now, as you can see, I don't particularly have a great hairstyle. But the ladies on this chat, you have nice long hair. And there's a concept that ladies do with their hair, and I think some guys do as well. It's called the braid, B-R-A-I-D. Do you know what a braid is? Ladies, yeah. So how many parts do you split your hair into before you start making a braid? Thank you. And there's a line in the Bible. This is from the book of Ecclesiastes. I can never pronounce that right. 4:12:12. Ecclesiastes 4:12:12. Thank you so much. I knew you would help me out with that. It says a triple braided cord is not easily broken. By the way, friends of mine who are engineers, they say that if they want a pillar to be strong and it's made of metal, they intertwine it with 3 cords of metal. And when they have 3 cords of metal, that pillar stands rock strong, which is very, very powerful. And the brain loves the number 3. Energy flows out of the number 3. Today, we're going to work with 3 chakras, the crown chakra, which is 6 inches above our head, heart chakra, smack in the middle of your chest, root chakra, which is at the base of our spine. These are energy centers. Each of these energy centers denotes something. The crown chakra is our access to infinite consciousness. And today, using an instrument called a magnetoencephalograph actually picks up the biomagnetic field around the body. Science calls it the biomagnetic field. Spirituality calls it the aura. It's the same thing. And today we have an instrument that can detect it. When visualizing the crown chakra, it's useful to visualize the crown chakra as the color violet. The heart chakra is assigned the color green, and the root chakra is the color red. Now, we just use these colors because in our physical reality, these colors to us in our human material consciousness just denote certain symbolisms. You know, red is essentially materiality and energy and connection to earthly matters, which is what the root chakra essentially is all about. So when our root chakra is out of balance or not really healthy, then we have a challenge with health and with money and with material stability. And when our heart chakra is out of whack, we have challenges in the area of self-love as well as giving and receiving love in a balanced way to others. When our crown chakra isn't in alignment, then we seek to get advice from the divine, but it feels like it has been blocked. But we are endowed with the ability to harmonize all our chakras. We can do that. And in today's meditation, we're going to work with these three chakras. As we work with these three chakras, I'm going to say a Hebrew word as we invoke the energy within each chakra. And you're going to hear me say the word in the middle of the meditation. So when we are in the crown chakra, the word I will say in Hebrew is called keter. Keter. You don't need to know how to say it or pronounce it. Just hear me say it. This is a high frequency word. It actually originates from the language Aramaic. And the first language that was spoken on our planet is Aramaic. The second language is Hebrew. After that, we have every other language that came about. So you can look this up on Google or ChatGPT because this is where language originated. So keter is the word in Hebrew or Aramaic for the crown chakra. Tiferet. Tiferet is the word for the heart chakra, and Malkut. Malkut is the word for the root chakra. And this is taught in the science of Kabbalah, which I am a very ardent student of. I'm going to do a screen share right now, and I'm going to show you an image. And once I do that, I'm just going to get you guys to chat with me for a little bit, ask any questions you'd like, and then we'll go ahead. So Shilpa, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see what's on the screen? Thank you. Okay, good. So this is the Empress Tarot card. This is Tarot card Roman numeral number 3. It's the third major arcana. You can look this up on the internet, and you can even look up the meaning of this card if you'd like to. But essentially, the Empress card. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to look at it. And how about any one of you just unmute your mic and tell me, if you were to interpret this card, if this was a metaphor, what would you say this is? What does this represent? What's the symbolism that you see and feel here? The Empress card. And I think you're going to be right. So just go ahead and do it. Just intuitively speak what the meaning of this card is. Go ahead and do that now.
Royalty.
Okay, good. Very good. What else?
Majestic.
Majestic. Good. What else?
Royalty.
Okay.
Fly
What else?
over the
Power.
Good. Good.
blessed,
Great. Good.
Authority.
Superb. Very good. Very good.
Fertile.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay. Let me come back here. So the Empress card essentially symbolizes, now in the card, so Pamela Coleman Smith, she's the artist. She came up with each of these archetypes, and these are all metaphors, symbols. And so when we're interpreting tarot cards, it's like a story that we now need to translate into the answer to the question that the querent is asking us. The Empress in this card is actually pregnant, which means it's fertile, there's potential. She's about to birth a child in about 3 to 6 months, all right? The Empress also symbolizes creativity. The Empress symbolizes and denotes abundance, massive amounts of abundance, because she is the Empress. She's sitting on a crown. She's surrounded by nature, and nature is infinitely abundant. And that's the third or major arcana number 3. Actually, it's the fourth major arcana because the arcana counts start at 0. It's so card number 1 is 0, card number 2 is 1, card number 3 is 2, and card number 3 is 4. But let me not confuse you with that. It shows the Roman number 3, and so we're going to use this as our visual. As we invoke the crown chakra, I'd like you to see the Empress, what you saw the Empress there, coming into the crown chakra and sitting in your crown chakra, activating your crown chakra with infinite abundance, creativity, potential, fertility. And then once again, envision the Empress occupying the space smack in the center of your heart chakra and feel that energy. And then eventually she's going to go into your root chakra and enable and activate your root chakra. So our meditation is going to embody this archetype within these three chakras. And that's the power of three. I'm going to pause now. I've been talking for a while. Before you go today, I'm going to give you a journaling tool. And that journaling tool has got 3 questions in it that I'm going to ask you to sit with, contemplate on. Just allow yourself to see each of those questions, to say each of those questions, to sense each of those questions, to script each of those questions, to sit with each of those questions, to savor those questions, and to sleep over those questions. Those were 7 words that I said with the letter S, which essentially allow you to embody each of those 3 questions. I will also tell you where I got those 3 questions from. And the person who actually gave those 3 questions to me is a very ascended guru, a teacher, a guide. And this will be made available to you by Soul Sensei. So I'm going to show that on a slide. That slide and the Emperor slide are coming to you before tomorrow morning. By the time you get a recording of this, you will also get those 2 slides. And slide number 2 has got those 3 questions in it. But let me pause right now. So before we get into the meditation, and I show you the tool and the 3 questions, do you have any inquiries for me? Is there something you want to say? Is there something you want to ask? Or is there a complaint that you have about me? Arjun, you have a terrible hairstyle, for example. That could be a complaint. Right. Amazing. Amazing. Lovely. Really fantastic. Okay. Okay. All right. Shall we get started with the meditation? Is that okay? Yeah. In the spirit of Virgo, which has earthiness to it. And I'm going to ask Soul Sensei to play some background music as we go on, as we proceed, starting now. I'd like you to just feel your body. So for example, if you're sitting on a bed or on a chair, I'd like you to feel the part of your body, the skin that is actually touching the surface that you're sitting on. That could be your thighs, it could be your bum, your back. And bring your sensation to that physical space, that physical sensation of your body touching whatever it is touching right now. Just feel that, because all of us are bound by gravity. Gravity pulls everything to the center of this earth. And so either our feet are touching the ground or our hips are touching a seat. And let's honor the force that is by just feeling the portion of our body that is anchored to the planet Earth right now. I'd like you to extend that feeling to any exposed skin that you might have, your face, for example, your arms, and just sense if you can feel the sensation of air. It could be the air conditioning or the fan, or even the stillness of the air above the skin, any skin that you have that's exposed. That could be your face, your arms, or any other area in your body where the skin is able to feel the air. So go ahead and feel that now. Wonderful. Allow yourself to realize that this sensation that you're feeling on your skin, which is the seat that you're seated on, the air that is touching any exposed skin that you might have, and the clothes that you have on that is also touching the skin inside or within those clothes. All of those sensations across all of your skin is part of the earthly experience that you have chosen. Honor that sensation now fully. Feel it and honor it. Anything that you feel, it's all right. Even if there is pain, just honor that pain. Nothing is invalid. Everything has purpose, and everything is on purpose. If it's warm and you're perspiring, then feel that perspiration. If it's cold and you're starting to feel a little cold, feel that coldness or whatever it is. You don't even need to label what you're feeling on your skin. All I'm asking you to do is notice it, and more than notice it, participate wholeheartedly in that sensation now. Go ahead and participate. Be in that entirely for just a few moments. And while you are in this space, let us now activate the three chakras that we came here to work with. And as I say the Hebrew word now, which I will say in a moment, I'd like you to visualize a bright violet light appear 6 inches above the top of your head. Now, Keter, Keter, Keter. Allow this luminescent violet ball of light to just radiate its goodness. And let this be the point of reception, the portal through which divine union occurs between you and your material consciousness, all the way up to divine consciousness. Allow yourself to feel it. And as you're feeling it, notice that the Empress now seats herself inside this violet ball and activates it even further via the power of 3. You might even feel a tingling sensation at the top of your head, light that is wanting to enter you. And if it wants to, let it. Restrict nothing and allow everything. Let what needs to occur, occur. Let's move now to the center of your chest and begin the initiation of your heart chakra. A beautiful, bright green light in circular form, growing and glowing. And the Hebrew word is Tiferet, Tiferet, Tiferet. Allow that expansion. Invite the Empress now into the center of your heart chakra and let her presence occupy as much space as she chooses to occupy within your heart chakra. As you do this, you will notice a unison take place between the Empress in your crown and the Empress in your heart. It might have already happened, and you can notice it and honor it. The heart Empress is now connected to the crown Empress in beautiful symbiotic union. And let's move now to the base of your spine, this beautiful bright red ball that appears there, your root chakra, Malkut, Malkut, Malkut. Allow that expansion, that initiation, that acceleration. And the Empress now organically enters your root chakra and comfortably places herself smack in the center. And almost instantly, she now unites, connects, builds a bridge to the Empress in the heart, who is connected now to the Empress in the crown. The 3 Empresses in your 3 chakras. Allow the magnificence of the Empress. Allow her wisdom to correct whatever needs to be corrected within you and for you. Let it happen rather than make it happen. Permit it to unfold. Sit in this space, and I will go silent for 60 seconds before I come back to you, starting now. And now let the Empress in your crown and the Empress in your root move towards your heart. And the Empress from your crown moves down and down to unite with the Empress in your heart, and the Empress in your root moves upwards until all three are now placed in the center of your heart chakra. Just let that happen. And see what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel. As the union of these three empresses take place, once again, bring your attention to your skin, the place where you started. Any exposed skin and the air around you that you feel on that skin. The skin that's covered by the clothing that you wear, all of that skin, and the skin that's touching the seat that you're seated on, including your feet if they happen to be touching the floor. Come back to the sensation of your skin and remind yourself that you have voluntarily, of your own volition, chosen this physical experience. With that reminder, very gently start bringing your attention back to your physical body and to this three-dimensional space within this conversation, in this cohort, in this communion. And as I count down from 5 to 0, I want you to gradually come into wakefulness. And when we get to 0, I'd like you to be awake. And Soul Sensei will wind down the volume accordingly. 5, 4, come back to your body. 3, return, return. 2, 1, 0. You are fully awake now. 0, 0, 0. Fantastic. So I'll just give you a moment to settle down, and I'm going to show you the tool, and then we can just chat. Okay, here we go. So this is Richard Alpert. When he came to India, he took on the name of Baba Ramdas. He's a PhD in psychology from Stanford University, a professor of clinical psychology at Harvard University. Came to India and became a protege, a student of the great Indian mystic Neem Karoli Baba. Richard Alpert is an author, thought leader, spiritual teacher. He passed away recently. Uh, his famous book is called Be Here Now. His YouTube channel, Be Here Now, Be Here Now. In one of the uh, conclaves that he conducted in America, he's a Jewish American. One of the participants said, Ramdas, can you tell me how do I love myself more? That was the question asked by one of the students in this conclave to him, and he said, "Let's instead of asking how do I love myself more, I'd like you to ask these three questions instead." And those three questions are on your screen. He said, "I'd like you to ask how do I appreciate myself more? How do I accept myself more? How do I allow myself?" He said, "I'd rather you contemplate, you reflect on these three inquiries, then how do I love myself more?" He said this is the doorway to self-acceptance, self-love, self-allowance, self-appreciation. And he said, sit with these questions, go really slow, don't hurry up and answer them. Take your time, just go easy peasy with them. And to me, whenever I've used these questions, I've used them on myself, and certainly when I've used them on others, I felt this energetic breakthrough that happens, especially in the area of relationships. And to me, relationships are everything because your relationship with your body is equal to your health or lack thereof. Your relationship with others is the relationship that we speak about, that is the relationships we have with the others. Your relationship with money is the relationship with how much money you attract into your life, how much money you receive, and how much money you reveal. So I'm going to stop the screen share now because this is coming to you. I've asked Soul Sensei to send this to you, the Empress, as well as these three questions. These are the three reflections that will be useful to you. I invite you to come tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun. Same time. It's going to be a little bit longer. We go deeper. We talk more about money. I bring in more Kabbalistic concepts and explain why money moves away from us or towards us. And when I speak about money, I speak about abundance overall and how we tend to reject abundance rather than receive it. And how we can actually transcend from not just receiving abundance, but to revealing abundance, which is like the next level of expansion of our consciousness. One of the big things that I have learned over the years is not to feel guilty about desires. We are human beings, we're constructed in order to desire. We must desire, we must expand our desires, but we must learn to refine our desires. And we're going to speak about that tomorrow. So, the misnomer in spirituality is that we have to destroy our desires or dissolve our desires. I have done enough study to show that that is absolutely not true. If that were the case, we wouldn't be in this physical body. We are meant to amplify our desires to the max, but do it in a refined way. And that distinction is what I'm going to speak about tomorrow, and expand from there. So let me pause and hand back to you. We're 5 minutes over time already. But if you'd like to ask me any questions and say anything, I'm happy to receive anything in this conversation that you'd like to go ahead and say. So over to you guys.
I think, Arjun, before we go ahead, I'll also like to tell everyone about the upcoming session, which is tomorrow, 4th of March at 9 p.m. Other than that, to help you navigate this powerful transition, you can avail Arjun's 21-day meditation challenge bundle designed to tune in your days into a lifelong habit of stillness and clarity for lifetime. You can access at your own convenience with a click. Click the banner on your screen now. Grab this premium meditation series right now for just rupees 499 to ensure your spiritual and mental growth continues every single day. You will see this clickable banner on your screens. In case you do want to check it out, do click on it, do check it out. Thank you. Arjun, you can
Thanks
go
a lot.
ahead. In case
Yeah,
anyone
thanks.
has questions, you can raise your hand and then we can unmute you accordingly.
You know, each of those meditations, the longest meditation is 13 minutes. Most of the meditations average about 10 and a half minutes. So it's easy to do. So there you go. What does Kabbalah say about trauma and love? So much, Ria. So much. Do you have like 6 hours? Yeah. So Kabbalah says that we're here to alchemize, to metabolize, to catalyze. Darkness is a form of energy. Let me say that darkness is a bona fide citizen of infinity, a bona fide citizen of infinity. And Kabbalah essentially teaches us to validate the darkness and not invalidate the darkness. So sit with the pain, feel the sting, allow the expansion of that discomfort, botheration, upset, and unease within you. And while you are at that peak of pain, just say, this is God, this is good, this is the divine, because it really is. And it's exactly what you would do in the gym if you're doing a bench press. And if it's paining, go, you still do that rep because you know that if you work through that physical pain, the muscle gets strong. When you work through mental pain, which is studying, let's say you have to study, a friend of mine, in one of the sessions I said, got the gold medal in her chartered accountancy, studied 14 to 16 hours a day. Good Lord, I don't have that mental capacity. Insane. But she worked through that pain where her brain kept saying, stop studying, but she went through and she got this gold medal. So physical pain leads to a fitter body. Mental pain leads to a stronger mind. Emotional pain leads to a stronger nervous system. Emotional pain leads to a stronger nervous system. And in mainstream psychotherapy today, they say that the most ignored aspect of our development is the development of our nervous system. We develop our bodies, we develop our minds, but we absolutely ignore the building, the strengthening, the refining of the core muscles of our nervous system. Because every time we feel negative feelings by thinking negative thoughts, and we feel anger, irritation, frustration, anxiety, sadness, we try and jump out of it. We try and switch into something positive, and that is the worst thing to do. It's an absolute no-no. And this is not even a spiritual comment. Today, mainstream psychotherapy is espousing this. I don't know why they took so long, but Carl Jung, who is the father of modern psychology, in the 1960s wrote about this, but the psychology community just overlooked it. Today, they're not able to overlook it because that's the gap in human development today, where we're not giving attention to the proper, healthy development of our nervous system by feeling the feelings that we need to feel, which is the darknesses, botheration, upset, unease, discomfort, and a variety of those. There's a whole Kabbalah goes so much into this. A big chunk of Kabbalah teaches us that this pain is here to strengthen you. Feel it. And then after that, take what action you need to take. So it doesn't say you allow people to walk all over you. No. You have your boundaries. I'm separating the action that you do with others, which is say what you need to say, do what you need to do. If you need to hire a lawyer to stand up for you in a court of law, you do that. If you need to write a strong letter to customer service within that bank that really messed up a transaction, you do that. That is the action. I'm not talking about that. You must do that. But prior to doing that, do your shadow work, do your embodiment. Do your EI. People think EI is emotional intelligence. No. EI is emotional integration. Kabbalah uses the word tikkun, Tikkun. The Hebrew word tikkun means correction. And we are all here for correction. So we all have these shadow forms in us. We need to feel it and correct it. Feel it and correct it. The way you correct it is you validate it. You say good things to it while it's happening. It transforms. When I was in Mumbai in August, I did so many group sessions. We had crazy stories. There was this one lady who had this intense issue with anger. So I got her to feel the anger because I was demonstrating with her. And at the peak of her anger, I said, look at your anger, go into your anger and say, this is God. I love this. This is good. This is God's gift to me. So she said that. It's a little script. I'm happy to share that script for those of you who are curious. It's quite easy. And then she starts laughing in the middle of that anger. That's the alchemy. Boom. And so the shell of the anger breaks. When the shell breaks, God light, which is hidden within the anger, is released. And now miracles that are waiting to come to you at the doorstep, the door opens and miracles come in. This is what Kabbalah says in a nutshell. But this is my 6-minute rendition of what I could speak on for 6 hours, Ria. So I trust that's been used. Thank you, dear. Lovely, lovely. Awesome. Great. What else? Good. What else? Is there anything else you guys would like to ask or say? Thank you, Anjali. Awesome. Thank you, Regina.
Anyone here has a question or anything, you can just raise your hands. We can unmute you if you would like. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Gauri. Nice to have you here, Lena. Thank you. Awesome stuff, Rajinder. Yeah. Thanks, Meenakshi. Actually, we do have a few internationals in this room. Sylvester, are you still in Dubai? I think you are, right? Or you moved somewhere else. Nandita, thanks.
We also have this upcoming session tomorrow at 9 p.m. Again, Arjun, if you'd like to tell them meanwhile what they can expect again tomorrow for the 9 p.m.
So yeah. MMM, make more money.
Arjun, I'm still in Dubai, and I'd love to join the course tomorrow, but the transfer will take me some time because it's short notice with the bank.
No, if you're paying from a Dubai account, you can
Yeah,
just Avina,
I know
you
I'm paying
accept
through. Yeah, I'm paying through HDFC.
India? HDFC India. Yeah, it'll work, right, Avina?
I think PayPal works. We can definitely get somebody from the team aligned to get this sorted.
Yeah.
Okay, will
Slide,
do.
don't miss it for
Oh,
that reason. Come on, that's ridiculous.
no, I know. You think I'd miss anything of yours for any reason? No
Come
way.
on, come
You
on,
know
come
that.
on. So please connect with anyone in the Soul Sensei team. Angels like Avina and her troop of angels will help you to get this, whatever the amount is, transferred.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
amount is negligible. Yeah,
they're a
yeah.
cool crew. They'll sort you out with that. Yeah.
The amount is negligible in regards to your words of wisdom, honestly.
Thank you, Sly. Amazing.
Are you in India now?
No, I'm in Dubai, dude. I moved to Gises just 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. We should catch up.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Any more questions? We are, we can just unmute you, or if you like, you can even put it into the chat box. Okay.
Okie dokie. I think we're good, right? So
Yes.
we'll let everybody go.
Yes, thank you, Arjun. Also, again, Arjun's 21-day meditation challenge is available for you to begin anytime if you're ready to build consistency, bring more clarity into your life. You can access the whole full lifetime bundle of at just rupees 499. Click the banner on your screen and start your journey today. Do check it out. It's going to be amazing. Even the session tomorrow at 9 p.m. is going to be as good as this one. Hoping to see you all again there as well. Thank you all for joining for this session. Have a blessed day ahead. Thank you. Thank you, Arjun, for holding the space
Bye.
with us.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Bye. Bye.